There we go. Oh, well, I don't know how long this walk might actually last. Because I don't know if you can see the clouds behind me. They are looking pretty angry. So this might be a very, very short good morning walk today. But we will see. And of course, my hair is looking incredibly Jim Carrey-ish this morning. I don't know what I've done. I don't know what I've done. But it's looking mightily weird this morning. But hey, there you go. Oh, Sarah, good morning to you. Craig, good morning to you as well. Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Mike, good morning to you. Dave W, good morning to you. A bit wet. It's not raining yet. Hasn't rained yet. You know, fingers crossed. That's what we're going for. A non-rainy walk this morning. But we will see. We live in hope that, you know, it's not going to rain. You know, hopefully it will stay off. No, I wanted to join the politics social last night, but long story short. Helen, good morning to you. Long story short. Ponies enjoying their breakfast this morning. Got a little foal running around there. Blue Badger, good morning to you. Thought Processing, good morning to you as well. Yeah, might be some very false hope that's not going to rain. Exactly. Exactly. Tis Yorkshire and I didn't check the weather. Yorkshire and I didn't check the weather. Typical. Oh. But yeah, first full week of a new government. Did anyone else notice that there was a distinct lack of scandals as well this week? I mean, the news must be... The newspaper casters must be absolutely beside themselves. What are they going to talk about? I mean, all we've got is a good, competent government. It's just like, what are we going to do for news this week? And in a way, as I've said before, that's such a wonderful thing. Such a wonderful thing not to be constantly bombarded by, you know, some sort of news scandal and just go, oh, what is it this time? You know? Oh. Honestly, it makes such a difference. It really, really does. It makes such a wonderful difference. Oh. Sarah Davis, I want to be saying positive... Oh, hang on, there we go. I want to be saying positive things. Hang on, there we go. Get some ponies in the background there. I want to be saying positive things about Labour's first week, but West Streeting has ruined it for me with his sticking up to the likes of JRK and the translators. Yeah, I know. That was... oh, this pony go in front of me. I don't know. It's just... Pony's just completely wandering. But yeah, I know, Sarah. It is disappointing. honestly, it really is disappointing. But I will say this now. This is a completely brand new government that is not going to be as ideologically fixed as the Tory one is. So there genuinely is, I think, some really good hope to really change their minds on this. I really do believe that. I don't think West Streeting is going to be like this ideologically pure as we saw people like Cyril and Braverman, etc. throughout all this time. I do really think that it is going to be it is a new day, and yeah, I agree, disappointment, but it's someone completely new, and I think that if we go or we approach, I think there is a good opportunity for change. I really do. But again, as I said, I'm eternally hopeful in my politics. So there you go. Oh, hang on, let's catch up with some of these. That's not true. Braverman was pretty scandalous this week. That's true. Well, for those of you wondering, it might actually rain after all the cows are lying down. That's normally a bad sign. Only a bad sign that it's going to rain. Craig, any scandals got buried under the stuff getting done, but yeah, Larry and Paul had a sketch. Well, all they had to say was Angela Rayner's short shorts. That's true. That's very true. I did see that. Aura Knight, good morning. Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone else watching as well. Like I say, if you haven't said good morning, do feel free to put a good morning in the chat and leave a thumbs up. Good morning, Ollie. I've been spending the week at the Conservative Club. Well, God, I bet that's a fun atmosphere. Trying to enjoy a quiet pint and having people unironically try to understand what went wrong. I haven't been, Barnsley does have a Conservative club, but it's like right in the centre of town. It's really weird old building, and I've never ever been in it. But I know it exists, but I don't know if it's an actually active club. Who knows? Would be interesting if I could ever go in and sort of interact with its members just to, do this. Because I've said this before, I would love to have a conversation with someone who was like, a member of the Conservative Party, generally actually get their take and interact with them on this and ask them questions. I'm just so curious about so many things. And only they might have the answers to sate my curiosity. Sarah Davis, I hope so. Hope so. Again, I hope so too. Like you say, Sarah, this is a brand new government with brand new opportunities. And as I've said before, in politics, you're not going to win all the battles. It's impossible to do that in politics. No one ever does. But what you do is you get back on your horse and you keep on going. And that is always, my eternal optimism. Same when we had the whole Keir Starmer comments just a couple of weeks ago about, not going in the direction of PR. Well, am I going to stop campaigning for PR? Are you going to stop, talking about trans rights? No, we're not going to stop on that because it's something we believe in that is going to be a good for everyone. So it's what was it, the Fatboy Slim song? Was it Fatboy Slim who sung it? Oh no, was it Oh no, the song was called Tub Thumping, wasn't it? You know, I get knocked down, but I get up again. That is how it is sometimes in politics. You know, you take the knocks, but you keep getting back up. And if it's something that, you know, you truly do believe in, you know, you keep getting back up and you keep on fighting for it. And like I say, it's a new day, it's a new government, and I really truly believe that we can change this situation. I really do believe that. Chris, good morning to you. Is Lee Anderson that thick that he believes Chief Whip of the Reform Party a promotion? Who's he got to look after? 5 MPs? Yeah. There's a party. You know, as I said, you know, as we were saying with Mike. You know, on Wednesday, really good chat with Mike actually as well. Go check it out. The egos are so big, you know, as they say in the Westerns, this town ain't big enough for 5 egos. So they are truly, I believe at one point, just gonna absolutely implode all over each other. But it is going to be something, I'll tell you that now. Cavalan, good morning to you. Thought processing. Sure you won't burst into flames if you went to the Conservative Club? Oh, who knows? Maybe I might. Maybe I might do. Oh, hang on, I'm having to dodge all these cow leavings and droppings, so do excuse me while I try to do the 3 things at once. But anyway, where are we? Yes, you are, Craig. Craig, there's a Conservative club in the weird old building in Barnsley, and I want to treat it like a museum. The weird and bizarre. Where can I sate my curiosity? It is, if you know Barnsley, you go up to where the post office is, and you keep on going, like straight up there, and you will get to where there used to be an old church, and it's all that's left now is a graveyard. But right before there, as you cross the bridge, just after the bridge, that's where you will see the Conservative Club in Barnsley. Blue Badger also feel like there's a guerrilla war against the 2-child cap. Is it likely to hold long? I'm thinking of doing a video about this. So I'm still sort of trying to process my thoughts on this, but you know, I've said this before. The left and like the progressives that are in Parliament cannot just go and spend their entire political capital on like the first thing. Yes, I'd like to see the 2-child benefit cap removed, but what I really believe the left should be doing is presenting a proposal not only on how it can be removed, but how it should be paid for as well. So maybe they say, oh, well, look, if we raise capital gains tax by X amount, then this can pay for the child benefit cap to be removed. Now, we've got to be careful, and I think this is why Labour are being careful, that they know the economy is very fragile at the moment. that even if you, let's say you remove the child benefit cap and it's what, £3,000 extra a year for families, what if inflation goes up and that 3,000 doesn't feel like that, feels more like 2, or potentially even less? And then what do you do also about the hundreds of other thousands of people that are also going to be affected by the rise of inflation? So it's a tightrope if that happens. And bear in mind, I know I am saying if that happens, but you've got to have something in mind, in place, if that happens. If inflation goes up, that increases the cost of living costs for everyone in the UK. And as much as I want it gone, the left needs to be coming forward with a plan. They can't just be going, we want the 2-child benefit cap gone. We want a 2-child benefit cap gone. They have to be coming forward with a plan of, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to pay for it. And this is also how we make sure inflation doesn't go up because of it. So there's a lot of stuff to consider. And, they really have to be careful that they just, that they don't fizzle out on the first thing, that this doesn't become the force the vote style thing as it did in America. So they've really got to be careful on this. And again, as much as I want it gone, there is that. Patrick H, good morning to you. Zoldrin, Tory Wars, is that also from George Lucas? Quite possibly. Conservative club right next to the graveyard. Zombie uprising. Well, who knows? It's one of those things. But it is quite an old building in Barnsley. Not the oldest by far. That would be the Mill of the Black Monk. Or, well, what used to be the pub known as the Mill of the Black Monk. Now I think it's an Italian restaurant. But I don't even know if that's still open. Like I say, it's been many a moon since I've had a reason to go down that particular road. But yeah, I do worry. If they do turn this into a guerrilla war, I do worry. Because like I say, it might ruin other things maybe they could achieve down the road. And I do feel that instead of just saying, remove the child benefit cap, there needs to be come forward with a plan of what they do, how they intend to pay for it. Maybe you raise capital gains tax by X amount, this pays for this. And this is also what we're going to do to make sure that inflation doesn't go up as well. So we'll see. Oh. Jess Hunt, good morning to you. Tories are tearing chunks out of each other, so are Reform. Happy days. Indeed it is, Jez. I've been... How many years now have I been saying to you, like the Tory wars are coming, the Tory wars are coming, And now they're here. And it is... it's everything I wanted and more. Oh. But I think we've yet to see them really fight. I think we really have. I think many Tories are keeping their powder dry, so to say, at the moment. And I think it all depends when the leadership contest kicks off. And I think once the leadership contest kicks off, that's when we're really going to see things kick off. Trust me, you have yet to begin this fight. We've had round one of Badnock versus Braverman. You know. But trust me, round two will be, I'm sure, an even more fun to watch. That's going to be fun. Oh, Larry the Cat, good morning to you. Oh, Haython, good morning to you. And like I say, good morning to everyone else joining us today. Like I say, please do remember to click on the like and share button. You know, and say good morning in the chat as well. Larry the Cat, good morning to you as well. Yeah, marching powder. Yeah, the Tory conference might actually be worth watching this year. Oh, well, this is, I think, the big question. This is, I think, the big question that is now consuming the party, because I am quite surprised that even after they've had elected, and bear in mind the guy they've elected is a centrist One Nation Tory. What is it, Robert Blackwell? I think his name is, off the top of my head, from what I remember. I think that's his name. But yeah, they've elected him. He's a bit of a Tory centrist. And so far, no date for the announcement, no how the leadership contest is going to work, no announcement. And that's because there's two schools of thought currently running in the Tory party. So you've got the Go Along crowd, and you've got the Go Now crowd. So the theory with the Go Along crowd is that, you know, it's too early really to have this. You know, we've just suffered a massive defeat. There should be some time to heal, that if we do it now, it'll be all these wounds and things will end up cropping back up. But those wounds are not going to heal anytime soon, as you've seen. They're still going to be there by the Tory Civil War, and all these things they're talking about, all these wounds and feelings, etc. They aren't going to go away. They are not going to go away at all. So, good luck in that. But their feeling is that they go along, and that hopefully, somehow, all the Tories end up, you know, in a state of peace once again. To which I say, no. The other hope is, of course, and bear in mind, this is the moderate hope. This is the moderate hope coming out from these guys, especially the Go Along people, is that they're hoping that this is like 2005, where Michael Howard stepped down. And what happened with him was that David Cameron emerged from that contest as like the clear front runner. I'm being followed. You know, Cameron emerged as the clear front runner during that contest, and he went on to obviously lead the party. So these One Nation centrists are hoping that somehow between now and then a David Cameron-esque figure appears as if by magic to lead the party. There is no such figure. That figure will not emerge. And they are absolutely barking up the wrong walls if they think that's the case. Because who at the moment are the centrist candidates? Well, believe it or not, Robert Jerrick of all people. And oh boy, there was I was going to do an article Robert Jerrick wrote for Conservative Home, but it was so boring, I couldn't bring myself to do it. And the comments down below, I almost ended up not doing a video about the article itself, but the comments down below calling Robert Jerrick so boring that they couldn't bring themselves to read it. So yeah, Robert Jerrick hardly inspiring the same amount of enthusiasm that David Cameron did. Oh. Yeah, there is someone whose leadership campaign is going to be incredibly boring. I'll tell you that now. The other one to emerge might be James Cleverly. He's being put forward as a, Tory centrist candidate. But again, I don't see how he does it. Yeah, Leah Games, yeah, Clever will probably be the one. But I don't see how he does it, quite frankly, because again, he doesn't have the charisma, quite frankly. He was far too closely connected. Yeah, Warhammer Cleverly, that one. Oh yeah, boring is good, embrace the dull. Oh, the thing is, the problem is the Conservative Party doesn't want to embrace the dull. Anything but wants to embrace the dull, Helen. Oh, hang on, question. Question, what is the thinking on Labour stripping... Pardon me, let's start again. Question, what is the thinking on Labour stripping profits of fuel companies to lower fuel bills? Is that likely this winter? We'll see, I think. But bear in mind, the Labour Party was a lot more willing, I think, to really use state intervention to do this. So I think that is quite likely. I really do, Mike. I think that is quite likely. That we will see some sort of windfall tax to sort of help pay for winter fuel allowances. Because during that time, or at least the next couple of years, we've got to get, onshore, offshore wind farms built, and really, connected into our energy grid. That will help a lot. But anyway, back to where we were. Yeah, James Cleverly. I also think he was too connected to Sunak. Because one of the big things that will come up, which will stomp, or at least stump. Oh. So much for going that way. Although I don't know, he's moving there. Are you moving? Can I get past? Yes. I need to go that way, boy. So, can you let me go that way? We can pull on through. Morning, boys. Going to try and negotiate my way through this. I don't have anything for you. Come on, move. Negotiations are not proceeding well. Can I get through? Can I get through? Will you allow me through? Tis the question. Come on. Move on back. I don't have anything for you. Look, see. Come on. I need to get on through, boys. Let me move on through. Let me move on through. I just want to get through. I don't want to go the other way. Yeah. Well, there we go. I'm going to have to move this way, I think. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on. Move on. Come on. Come by. Come on. Tell the horse to sit. Oh, maybe not. There we go. We've done it. We've negotiated our way through. Oh. But yes, where were we? Yes, James Cleverly. Again, he's certainly a contender. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's a bit too close to Sunak, because obviously he's going to have to answer the question, did you do anything to divert this disaster? How do we know that with you in power, with you as the leader, that disaster might not happen again? And of course, bear in mind, Cleverly will have to answer, how do you deal with Farage? How do you deal with the very, very angry right of the party who is going to demand all kinds of stuff? How do you deal with them? How do you deal with all these other internal conflicts and questions within the party? He's going to be very bad. If he somehow wins, he's not going to last long. That's for sure. But then again, all these questions are there for any of the centrist Tories that do happen to win. So if one of them does win, somehow, then they are going to face the exact same problems that has plagued the Tory party really since going into coalition. Catho G, good morning to you. It is a bizarre time where they actually need a leader who honestly is going to go kick ass, and not, shall we say, the Labour anything like that, but he needs to kick he needs to kick the Tories' ass, and in doing that, that's going to sort of create even more further problems, because there's an argument in the Tory party that they keep on having all these problems because they keep on asking all these questions and they never really answer them, or the dispute never gets really solved. Nicholas, I wonder how long it will take for the Tories to rediscover party discipline. Oh, probably not for a very long time. Probably not for a very, very, very long time. Live stream of the King's Speech will give a lot of clarity. What's next? Absolutely, the King's Speech will absolutely illuminate what's going to be next. There we go. That's a phony pony. Oh, hang on. How do I? I can't like the comment. Damn. There we go. But thank you very much, David, for the super chat there. Thank you very much. Yvonne might not watch the Tory party conference as they've got better things to do. Well, we've all really got better things to do, but you know, my curiosity for these Tory wars must be sated. And it will not be sated until I see them drowning in each other's blood. Because that's what it's going to take. And that's probably what's going to happen at the Tory conference. My word. My word is the Tory conference just going to probably break out into all-out factional warfare. God, it's going to be wonderful to see. It's going to be wonderful to see. Craig, I'll admit, well, the Warhammer bit has made Cleverly marginally more interesting. Well, you know, typical, you know, Warhammer player, he's a Dark Angels player. So, of course, he's the secret traitors of the faction. Make of that what you will. Mike, good morning. Have you had any thoughts about where in that beautiful countryside Labour should start building some new affordable homes? Well, actually, I am walking across one such field at the moment. This field actually has planning permission. This is something that Labour actually really need to sort out. Because as you can see, just there, there's a ton of new houses, and that land had been land banked. They bought the land, got the planning permission, and then sat on it for almost a decade before they actually then started building houses. And when they did start building houses, they built them incredibly slow so that they could at least keep the price up. And like I say, you've got all this here. This field, well, that field there, I think that field there, I'm not 100% sure, but I certainly know this field. Certainly, once again, land banked, you know, in case to build some more houses. But we'll see what happens, because there is one of the big challenges that I know that they are facing is there's a actual train line running straight through there. So there are things that they will have to sort of consider when they do that, if they will even build, of course, on this land. We'll have to see what happens. The last King's speech was very lackluster. Oh, the last King's speech, where Charles was clearly not happy cancelling all that net zero stuff. Clearly not happy with his first King's speech having to do that. Will there be a televised Tory leadership debate? I need an excuse to eat 10 times my body weight in popcorn. Possibly. Certainly I can imagine it being live streamed, but I don't think it'll be the last time. You know, they're not in power anymore. So, you know, why are, like, you know, BBC, ITV, Channel 4, maybe Channel 4 might do it. Why are they going to televise a Tory leadership debate to find out who's in opposition? It's not really that interesting, at least this time around. And that's one thing the Tories are going to struggle with. The fact that they are in opposition and that they are not going to be listened to. And that is going to be very, very frustrating for especially a lot of the egos that are in the Tory party. Oh, Cavalan 100, thank you very much for that super chat. Oh yes, yeah. Someone found James Cleverly's YouTube channel, and it is full of painting Warhammer videos. You know, how to paint this type of different model. and how to do this type of different technique. So, he is, Warhammer confirmed, I suppose. Now, in that regard, Sarah Davis, how did we let the likes of the Tories and Reform parties into government? They must be better people involved in government, and be it national and local. Exactly, Sarah. I have talked before about local politics really is just as, in some cases, if not more important than what goes on in Westminster. I've made the case before that, local councillors, I think, should be paid. I think that would certainly help improve the calibre of councillors that we get moving forward into these positions. Because if you look at your local council, I can guarantee you two things. First of all, they are either A, going to be all OAP, old age pensioners, or they're all independent businessmen who can, spend the time needed to go and do all this local council stuff. It is something that does need solving, and this is why I'm also happy about, more devolution. I'm really interested to see, what Labour is going to do with this more devolution. So I'm quite excited about that. But we'll see, once the plans get released, maybe in the King's Speech, they'll talk more about that. Billy, good morning to you. Gary Arnold, good morning to you as well. And just on time, there goes the train. GB News will probably cover the debate, probably will. It actually probably will. That is probably very, very likely. Morning. That is probably very, very likely on that front. Oh, hang on. Blue Badger, I'm my wife's carer and would really like to know if there's anything in the pipeline to sort of help us. As it seems, I've less time for anything outside of caring for her. I would have hoped, because I don't think I've seen it, or at least if not, I've missed it. Have they appointed a disabilities minister? Because I don't think they have, which I was hoping they actually quite would, to be honest. But no, you are right. I do agree with you there. I haven't heard anything about stuff like that. But then again, that may be tied up with a lot of benefit stuff, maybe something like that, maybe. But again, I do hope they do something about that, because that is, again, a really important sort of feature that doesn't get enough attention. I really do think that. Hang on, we'll go this way. Yeah, this way. Might be easier. So, leadership debate on GB News with Morgan Farage calling it now. Oh, there would be a debate. The meeting of two intellectual heavyweights. Jesus. But we do know that Morgan wants Farage in the party, letting him into the party, because he thinks somehow that will heal the divide on the right. It ain't going to do that, I'll tell you that. It will just spark more division. It'll spark more division, if anything. Alma, good morning to you. Yeah, I find it frustrating how much airtime reform we're getting. Yeah. Like I say, unfortunately, they've got a very good PR team. I think it speaks volumes, honestly, how good, I think in many cases, the right wing is good at PR. You know, and press relations, and you know, getting that press attention. But you've also got to remember, certainly our newspapers are incredibly right-wing leaning. So, you know, that is something else that adds to all that as well. But YouTube channel, that's even better. Yeah, someone's discovered it somewhere. I think if you put in like James Cleverly's YouTube channel, I think you'll be able to find it. Because I know someone's found it. Patrick H, if you're an MP, maybe it's not a good idea to have an active YouTube channel. Potentially far too much ammunition for private eye and the meme industry. Oh, the thing is though, Patrick, I really do think politicians should, you know, a lot of MPs over the years have complained about the fact that when they do local surgeries, very few people actually turn up to them. And I think it was I can't remember what MP it was now, but he's the junior minister under Rachel Reeves. I can see his face now, can't remember his name. Not Darren Jones. Is it Darren Jones? I'm forgetting. But he, because he used to do that, or because he used to get no one coming to him, he actually started doing Facebook Lives and things like that on his... oh, hang on. We appear to have wandered into a bit of a swamp. Let's see if we can get through unscathed. Oh, let's see if we can go around a bit. That's not too bad. There we go. But yeah, he would do, you know, Facebook Lives, and he'd interact with the chat and things like that. And honestly, I think that's what MPs really, really should be doing. I really do think that. You know, my own MP, Dan Jarvis, I've said to him multiple times, this is what he should be doing. You know, I once applied to be his, you know, marketer at one point, because he advertised for it. I was like, right, I'm going to try and get that job. But unfortunately, I didn't get it. But I did say to him, you know, look, you need to be doing a weekly video, like every Friday, of this is what I've done in Parliament, and these are the bills that are, you know, passing this week, or bills are coming up, and sort of explain to the public what's really going on. You know, take that opportunity to really interact with your audience, because if, you know, a lot of these MPs have very, very big Facebook pages and followings on those, and yet most of them don't even take advantage of that. Yeah, they'll do like an occasional video, but they won't ever do like a Facebook Live and, you know, interact, or like a YouTube video and interact with their audience. And they really should. They really, really should. And they don't. And it frustrates me to no end, because it would be a really, really good way to go and interact, with their community, especially one that is ever now increasing in their digital capabilities. Will that happen more often? I'd hope so. I would really hope so. But it takes some time to doing it. And maybe there's a bit of reluctance maybe about it, because it's live, maybe they'd see or do the wrong thing. But I'd argue in a ever more increasing age where people aren't seeing like their real politicians or people like that, I'd argue doing live streams might actually be a better way for that. New reality show, I'm a Conservative, get me out of here. Patrick H, going live on YouTube might be safer than in the monthly surges in their constituencies. Yeah, that's true. That is true, and they'd certainly probably get more engagement. It would certainly get more engagement. We've been screaming on the politics social for I don't know how long. How long have we been saying their social media game is terrible? Yeah, yep. Having a good scratch there. We've been saying for ages how bad their social media game is, and it depends. Some are good, some are bad. Or, if you're Liz Truss, you just pay someone else to do it. But it is something that, they should, they should be really paying attention to, but they're not. It's frustrating. Because we do live in an ever more increasingly digital age. And they're not using the tools. To really, I think, go out and reach and engage the audience. Because how many hustings, and this is a genuine question, how many people knew that their hustings was being live streamed, or can go back and find a video of the hustings actually taking place? Because I'll tell you what, I know there wasn't, at least as far as we're back. We're back. Yeah, Barnsley triangle strikes again. Oh. But it is one of those. To go back to what we're saying, it's one of those constant frustration points that I've had, and I'm not alone on that. Me and Phil and Graham could talk for hours, probably on the stuff that they could do on their social media, like how they could use YouTube, etc. And they don't, and they really don't. You do not need, honestly, at some points, the mainstream media, because I'll tell you what, the mainstream media will go and use your stuff. And of course, more and more people will end up watching it, I think, as a result of that. So it is one of those things where they really should be engaging with a lot of modern social media and digital technologies, and they're not, and it's endlessly frustrating on that one. But there you go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching me, joining me today. Sorry for the outage. Like I say, the Barnsley triangle strikes again. Although I don't think we've ever had it straight there, which is really weird. But there you go. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I've got a stag do to go to later on today, which might be interesting. But regardless of that, Thank you very much for watching today. Hope you go out and enjoy your weekend. As always, if you can't be safe, be sensible. And of course, as always, we'll see you all next weekend for another Good Morning Walk.